Hey, this is Eric with Glacier and Storm Attachments. Occasionally we still get questions about the blade carrier system on our brush cutters. Some people say I don't have full power. I'm not quite sure how it works. So I have a couple short details that hopefully will help. Okay, so this is the most common question that we get. They say, I just got my cutter, I'm all excited, I got it hooked up, I go to cut, and it spools up very slowly. I go to cut brush, there's no power. All right, so the reason why is this. All the fluid is going through the check valve back into your machine. It's not being forced through the motor. So I'm going to tell you what to do, and then I'm going to tell you why. This is the science behind it. Let's take a look. So in short, switch these couplers right here. This is our 48-inch mini cutter. It looks slightly different on the 72 HD, but it's the exact same principle. There is the main feed lines, and then of course a couple quick couplers shooting off that go to a check valve. The check valve is mounted in there. What's happening is when you don't have any power going to your blade carrier, it's because the fluid is going through that check valve back into the machine. It's not being forced through that hydraulic motor. Well, if you change the direction of the check valve, then it will be forced through the motor. So whatever way that you were going in your machine and you don't have power, switch those couplers and then you will. Now here's a little bit more in depth what I'm talking about. So I am sitting in my Bobcat, and this is what the auxiliary hydraulics look like. It's a toggle that goes left and right. Now this is just the momentary toggle. We'll talk about the continuous in a moment. This one, and I think all Bobcats are this way, it doesn't stay, okay? It just goes left and right, but it's a variable speed, and it's great and it works fine, but it doesn't stay. If you want continuous, you have to use this trigger, okay? But the trigger only goes one way. You click it, and it turns on, click it again, and it turns off. But it only goes one direction, and I believe it's the same as the right, but it doesn't matter. All auxiliary hydraulics are the same way. It's just a directional change. This one's left and right. Some machines are up and down. I think a lot of third function kits on tractors are up and down. But again, it doesn't matter. It's just a directional change of the auxiliary hydraulics. Now, whatever direction that you want to go, like say you go to the right and it spools up slowly and there's no power, well, go and switch those couplers right there. Or again, we talked about, over on the 72 HD cutter, but switch those couplers going to the check valve. It'll change the direction of the check valve, and then it will have full power going to the right. Or again, if it's the trigger, you click the trigger, there's no power, switch those couplers, and then you will have power. Now, if you have a machine where it will click and stay, like say you have a toggle switch like this, up and down or left and right, and it will stay, well, great. Then you have continuous going both directions. Bobcats don't have that. I do love Bobcats, by the way. Bobcat is not paying me a dime for this video. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it helps. It is the most common question that we get about our hydraulic system that enables for a reverse blade carrier setup, and hence enabling that double-sided blade. Of course, glacierattatachments.com, and we'll see you next time. Hey, this is Eric with Glacier and Storm Attachments, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this entire video. Now, if you enjoy some of the content that we put out, would you consider subscribing to our channel and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted when a new one of our videos comes out. Now, if you enjoyed this video in particular, would you hit that like button? It does something with the YouTube algorithm, and all I know is it really helps the channel, so we appreciate this support as well. If you want to see another one of our videos, click over here, and if you want to see yet another one of our videos, would you click over here. We appreciate your time and again the support. God bless.